Hey guys, so we are coming today from my bathroom, and I have seen a couple teachers doing this little trick of using their shower as like a whiteboard, and so I'm gonna do that today. Anyways, I know that last week many of you were finishing up your hand drawings, and if you're not done with that yet, you guys, I just encourage you to work on those outside of class, and well, it's all outside of class, but work on those, get them as far as you can the next few days. Like, I need to get all assignments, all stuff needs to be turned in by the end of this week, and we only have a 4-day week this week, so that means that you guys, that we've got today and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I need to have everything in by the end of the week. So make sure those projects are done. I'm also going to just be looking for daily updates on the things that we're going to be covering now, which is we're going to talk about perspective and that idea, that illusion of depth in our artwork. And normally we would do a much bigger project with this, but basically having 4 days, it's going to be, obviously a little bit of a shorter thing, and that's fine. I think we're going to be okay with just getting some kind of basic tips, and maybe those will just help you in projects in the future. So, how many of you have done stuff with either 1 or 2 point perspective in the past? All right, raising your hands. I can't see you raise your hands, but some of you have done this before. So today I'm going to talk about 1 point perspective, and then tomorrow we'll talk about 2 point perspective, and so we'll kind of piggyback on those skills, but we'll brush up today like on what that's like. And so I guess here, like, I've got my Kleenex box. So we're gonna look at boxes today, all right? And so, like, drawing in, I got my ruler and stuff here. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. Okay. So drawing, like, when you're drawing in 2 point or 1 point perspective, you're looking at a box like straight on like this, and you're gonna start out with this edge, and then you're gonna have the box receding towards a vanishing point over here and towards a vanishing point over here. Okay, so that's kind of like where we're starting. 2 point perspective, we're gonna like angle the box this way, so we're gonna have this additional plane that we're gonna have to work with. But for today's project, drawing in 1 point, we're just gonna be drawing boxes like this. Okay, and actually I take that back. We're not gonna draw boxes like from this angle. This is, again, 2 point perspective. Scratch all that. Sorry, you guys. All right, so 2 point perspective, we're going to be drawing towards a vanishing point this way, vanishing point this way. 2 points, okay? 1 point perspective, we start with the end of the box, all right? And we've got like a square. Usually we start with a square, and then we have that receding towards a single vanishing point that's like over here, okay? And so I'll explain that kind of as we get into the drawing. So we can get rid of this, get my ruler, my marker back. Okay, so everything, you guys, like, everything has a horizon line, okay? And typically, like, we think of like the ground meeting the sky, and like that's, it always exists. Now the problem is, like, in this space right here, we don't see a horizon line, right? We have to assume that there's a horizon line. If we could like blast through this wall and we could level everything, like all the trees and houses around my house, like, eventually you would see a place where the sky meets the ground. But like in a space like this, we don't necessarily see it, but we know it's there, okay? So depending on what you're drawing, you're gonna end up, starting with a horizon line and then erasing it as you're going. But today we're gonna keep it simple. We're not gonna get into all that. We're just gonna like make sky, ground, horizon line, and then draw some floating boxes and sitting on the ground kind of boxes, and that'll be kind of a good place to start, okay? So you need a drawing or a straight edge, okay? I've got a ruler. You can use an edge of a book, you can use an edge of a piece of cardboard, something like that, just something rigid. You can draw a line across, okay? And so I'm gonna start like right on here, all right? And I'm gonna draw a straight line going across my shower here, okay? So straight line. My shower's curved, so I've got kind of like this weird, luckily my ruler is bendy, okay? All right, so I've got that. And then in the middle of this line, I'm gonna make a dot, all right? That is gonna be my vanishing point. So you guys, on your piece of paper, I want you guys to draw out a horizon line, all right? I would take your paper and put it, you know, like landscape, so sideways. And then I would draw the line all the way across, like through the middle, put your dot dead center, okay? All right, next thing, all right, I'm gonna draw a square, and I'm gonna do that over here in the like upper left, upper right hand corner, okay? And I'm gonna use my ruler just to make it straight. So I'm gonna like draw the square, draw the top and bottom, draw the side here, okay? Use my finger, erase that. Okay, so from here, you guys, I'm gonna connect my edges of my box to this vanishing point. It's going to recede towards my vanishing point, okay? So I'm going to start with like the closest corner, and I'm gonna use a dashed line, all right? So little tiny dots like that going from there, okay? From here, I'm gonna draw some dotted lines as well. From this corner, I'm gonna draw some dotted lines. Now, I'm gonna pause. This one right here, the far corner, I'm not gonna make dashed lines, all right? Because it would go through the box. Now I could, all right, but we're gonna pretend that our box is actually like solid, okay? So I'm gonna like not do any lines going through the actual square itself. So I'm just gonna have like my box, I'm gonna have the 3 edges that come down to here to the vanishing point, okay? So we're gonna stop with that. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make parallel lines. So like the edges of your box, all right? So if you got your box here, like the edge of this like edge is parallel to this edge. So we need to draw those parallel lines as we're coming back. So this parallel line right here, all right, is a vertical line, and I'm gonna just come down like this way a little bit, and I'm gonna draw between this first and second dotted line, I'm going to make a vertical line that matches this one. And then I'm going to I need to make a parallel line for the bottom of the box. And so I'm going to make a parallel horizontal line that goes from the middle dotted line to like this far one over here. So now I've got this like L shape that matches this L shape. All right, everybody following with me? Okay. Then from there, I'm going to make these lines solid. All right. And I'm gonna grab one of my handy little Kleenexes here. Okay, and I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna erase. This whiteboard's amazing. Who knew we had whiteboards in our homes? All right here in our bathrooms. It's crazy. Okay, now I've got my little like square, like box, whatever, receding back towards that vanishing. Okay, all right, I'm gonna show you guys a couple other ones. Put my Kleenex over here. All right, I'm gonna make another one down here. Okay, so my lower left, okay? So I'm going to make square. And again, we can make other shapes as we get more progressive with this, but for right now, a square will work just fine. So if I was in class with you guys right now, I'd ask you guys to help walk me through this, but since you're not here, all right, we'll just kind of assume that you guys are saying the same things that I'm saying. So first thing I wanna do is I wanna connect my closest corners. Okay, so I'm gonna take my ruler, I'm gonna connect to that vanishing point, I'm gonna connect the closest one. All right, I'm gonna connect this one over here. Just like that. I'm gonna connect this one down here. All right, like that. I'm not gonna connect this farthest one away because it would go through the box. All right, and my box is solid, so I don't wanna do that. And then I'm going to make my parallel lines. I'm gonna make a parallel line here. Okay, that goes across the top. It is horizontal, all right? So a parallel horizontal line, all right? It goes from the first dotted line to the second one. And then from the second one to the third one, I am going to make a vertical line, a line that goes up and down like this, okay? So just like that. I'm going to make those lines solid by going back in with my ruler, like that. All right, and then grabbing my handy dandy Kleenex, I'm going to clean this up and get rid of these little dashed lines back here. Okay, doing this in pencil, you guys, is really helpful. Just keeps your like surface cleaner, okay? All right, from here, you guys, I'm gonna show you one more, all right? There's one that's a little bit different. If I make my box, if I make my square on top of my horizon line, so I'm gonna go back over on this side here, I'm gonna make a square on top of the horizon line itself. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to connect my closest points. So I'm gonna do this one to there and this one to there. like that, and like that. Now, these two over here, I can't connect those because they're gonna go through the box, right? So I'm done connecting my corners. I'm gonna make a parallel line between these two, so a parallel vertical line. All right, I'm gonna do that right here, like that. And then I'm gonna connect these up, top and bottom. All right, and then I'm gonna use my Kleenex. I'm gonna go back, use my Kleenex. I'm gonna wipe out like those lines there, but I'm also gonna wipe out these lines here because my box is going over the top of my horizon line. And to show that that's in front, I'm gonna get rid of that line that goes through the middle. Okay? All right. So, you guys, I have a total of 3 boxes on here. All right? For your assignment, all right, for your assignment, I want you to make 10 boxes on your piece of paper. So you're gonna go through, you guys, you're gonna do 10 different boxes in 1-point perspective, so that just, you're gonna have boxes all over the place. If you wanna get fancy, you can have the boxes overlapping each other. You could also really show me that you're fancy, and you could make boxes that are not boxes. They could be different shapes, okay? So what if you used a circle or a triangle or something like that? You can experiment with those sorts of things. So, you guys good? All right, pretty simple. All right. So anyways, you guys, that's today's assignment. That's what we're doing today. And we'll jump into 2-point perspective tomorrow. And you guys are finishing up your previous project, your hand project, and getting those pictures of me. Make sure you guys that you're taking good pictures. Like a lot of kids are just taking these blurry, hard to see pictures. I can't see it. I can't appreciate the work that you're putting into it. You guys, you got to make sure that, like, you know, make sure that you're in a well-lit space. Make sure that the camera, if you're using the camera like on a phone, those usually work great. If you're using the ones on the Chromebook, make sure it's well lit, make sure it's not fuzzy, make sure it's in focus. Just be careful, you guys, about taking those pictures. Make sure that they're good, because I want to appreciate them too. So anyways, if you have questions, hit me up during like our 10:40 to 11 o'clock time, or shoot me an email. But that's where we're at. So anyways, you guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.